A hemorrhagic stroke occurs when a blood vessel in the brain ruptures, leading to bleeding in or around the brain. This bleeding increases pressure on the brain tissues, damaging brain cells, and can lead to significant neurological impairment. Errol's stroke was an inter-cerebral hemorrhage, bleeding directly to the brain tissue. The severity of a hemorrhagic stroke is often more severe and more life-threatening than an ischemic stroke, which is caused by blood clots. They account for about 10 to 15% of all strokes, have a higher risk of death and disability, and often require emergency treatment, sometimes including surgery.
On the 18th of January 2025, I started my patient at 10 o'clock, right next to the room where Errol was treating his patient. And around 10:15, he came outside and I saw he has a needle sticking in his head to use if you feel dizzy. He went back in the room. 5 minutes later, I just heard him take some oxygen. That was very strange because Errol doing this while he's treating the patient. I never experienced that. His patient came out and he did ask me, can I put his patient in the heat cabin? Lena had to talk to Errol, so he went inside the room.
When I popped my head in, Errol was rubbing his neck with a roller and he asked me to massage his neck. When the heat cabin timer went off, Errol made an effort to get up. It was then when I have noticed he was struggling, and it was at that point his right side of his face started dropping. It was then when I realized he was having a stroke and called out for Claire to come upstairs to call ambulance. While Claire was on the phone to the ambulance, I called Peter.
We ran into the room. He was conscious. We put him on the bed, got some needles, so pricked the ears and his middle finger. We done this to take off the pressure from the brain. We were talking to him. You could see that he could hear us. He tried to respond, but by that time his speech was completely gone. While we were waiting the ambulance, he tried to massage the neck area, the arms, the legs as well. And the ambulance probably came 20 minutes, I would say. He asked some questions, say the name, to lift his hand and try to push with his leg. They confirmed it's a stroke.
My name is Margot. I'm a practitioner at Touch Tuina. So I came to see Errol for my monthly treatment, and I've been waiting to say goodbye to our receptionist. Then we all heard someone fell. The door opened and Lena called for help. As it happened, I was by the door. I saw Errol on the floor. Other practitioners help, and from that point, people were calling ambulance, and that's when I decided to inform Mariana. I rang her number. I just told her what happened to Errol, and as she was on the train already back to London from her retreat.
As I got on the train, I turned my phone on and I got a text from Margot saying, please call Errol. I think he's not too well. She called me again, now saying, I think Errol is having a stroke. I spoke to Peter. Lena explained what they had just done. So I got to the hospital and you were with it, but you were slurring. You were very wide awake, however, you could not say yes or no. On one of the days, I brought you a lancet and you just stabbed all those little blood clots from underneath your tongue. Then you turned round to me, clear as day, and said, can you hear me now? I then went, oh shit, this stuff really does work.
Is it hard? No, okay, go on, put some more pressure then.
I saw you in the hospital maybe 2 days later. At that time, like the side of your face was droopy. You really couldn't speak, you couldn't move your arm, couldn't move your leg. So I saw you on the Monday. Then I came back on the maybe Wednesday. I remember massaging your leg. I kept saying, can you feel this? Can you feel this? You kept shaking your head, no. You asked me to rotate your hip, which I did. Each time I saw you, you would improve dramatically. From then, the 2 days I described. And frankly, I must say, I'm very blessed to have been able to experience it, to see it.
We were still in the emergency part of the hospital. We were still doing Tuina. Peter, Adrian and Izzy were all there. I think after 3 or 4 days, they then moved you upstairs to the high dependency unit.
I was thinking,
So I already started some scalp acupuncture, and when I did put a needle in your throat, the speech was clearer and the tongue became looser. We were still doing dolphin neurostim. We'd been doing Tuina as well, and I'd been doing quite a lot of scalp acupuncture. So after 2 weeks, we went to St Pancras Hospital for some physiotherapy.
Perfect posture, spot on. You're going to be a physio yourself, actually. Okay, now, so I want you to be nice and tall and light on the hand. It's helping you, but not doing everything. So, weight forward, Tuina, weight forward, and step your left leg. Remind yourself this leg. Yeah. Good. Pause.
I was there for your first physio session when they tried to make you walk. That was very interesting to watch. The physios who saw you were meeting you for the very first time. And what I really saw was you were really trying to express how you really needed to trust somebody to hold you and to help you how to move.
turn. Good. Stay right there. Lovely. Can you try and bring your legs out of the bed? Good. That's a good start. Yeah. As much as you can. All the way out and up to sit. Okay. Big push. Yeah. Big push up, 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 up. Keep going up. Nice. That was good control. You can use your hand here to sit up a bit more. Up one. That's it. So you're trying to come up. Yeah. Stay right there. Okay. You okay? Tired? No, gone. No. I want you to lie back again. Seriously? I want us to practice coming out of the bed.
All you need to do is try and touch the leg.
Because there was damage to your ankle, and I don't think necessarily it was just the stroke damage, there was no way you could put weight through it, because it was just not holding. I know you were getting frustrated because every time we took the swelling down, it was great. Then you would stand up on it and would just blow up again. Until then, you let them call all the shots. And then finally you said, no, I'm just working with the arm. You needed to give the leg a break.
What I'm doing is I'm letting you start the movement, but then I'm guiding it so it's the right movement. Errorless learning, okay? And then your brain learns the correct motor program from the beginning, okay? And this should make the recovery easier, okay? So that's why I'm being so hands-on with you. And lift. Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you crunch with both hands? Okay. That one overtook you a bit, didn't it? Okay. Good. Sorry, I'm obviously more excited than you are.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, can you push those fingers back out again? That's going to be more tricky. Okay. Spreading. Oh, and of course you can do it.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay.
Nice.
Well done, well done. Oh, my hand's in the way now. Can you squeeze
Nice.
and lift?
Got it.
Well done.
We still carried on with Tuina every day, and I was doing a lot of manual lymphatic drainage for your leg. We were also doing acupuncture for your hands. We managed to turn you over in bed quite a few times as well, which was great to work on your back. What was really exciting was you were doing certain things to get your hand going, and you were doing a lot yourself. There was one day when I worked with your arm. I know my right arm was hurting. Your arm was really not focusing on anything. You were doing things in the physio department, and that was all good, but you weren't finding anything relevant to you.
Okay, so show me what you can do now with the arm.
All right.
Okay, so we've engaged the elbow now. Excellent, so not sliding, gripping on where you want it to really. Nice grip.
I could see you were using stuff around you to pull and push for your arm and pull and push for strength for your leg, using your own body weight and shifting the equilibrium, I guess, seeing what you could and couldn't do. So I thought to give you something that was useful to you. What does your memory muscle know? Which is Tuina. So I asked you to work on me, so I gave you my arm, and hey, the little thumb started to come back, and it felt a little bit stronger. And definitely, I could feel pressure going through the right hand. So yeah, you give the man the memory he knows, and what's relevant to him. That's what I have learnt from Errol. You left the hospital to come to Touch Tuina clinic because of the edema in your foot. We did some wet cupping therapy to remove the stagnated blood. I pierced the skin and allowed a vacuum to create a suction to pull out the thickened blood that was blocking the circulatory system. Removing the pooled blood, we were allowing fresh oxygen and nutrients to re-enter the foot and bathe and nourish the tissues, tendons and ligaments. You then returned back to the hospital to carry on with your physiotherapy.
Okay, then take care. I will go for now, and all the best. And I'll keep checking in with the community team how you're doing, because I would be interested to know how you progress. So I'll check with them.